Hello Ace, this is RetroTK2 and today we're back making our Pokémon Rom Hack once again. So last time we went through all the comments from Sagiri, if you remember. We went through and downloaded all the programs that he suggested we download, and we also fixed the problem with the different versions of Fire Red. I was using 1.1 and the standard is 1.0. Just for the memory locations and, well, other things like that. Minor differences as well. I think there's it's meant to prevent cheating. I think that was the main reason why 1.1 was created. They patched a big load of cheats, but everybody was able to go and cheat anyway. So hey, go figure that out, I guess. So as a result of that, I set up version control for my version of the Pokemon ROM. And also as a result, I went through and redid the replacement of Charizard and added in Mewtwo. Simple, straightforward, exactly as it was before, yes. So today what I want to do is change the Pokemon text and also the Fire Red version text. And yeah, we'll just get stuck straight into that now. I think I'm also going to create another repository for the backup. This one's just going to act like as a remote ace, and it's just going to be placed on another hard drive. It just means that if my main hard drive fails here, then I'm not completely lost. I haven't completely lost all the ROM. I can just use the backup of the ROM. Ideally, it would probably be a better idea, or a good idea as well, to have another backup. So you've got 3 backups. Usually the rule of 3 is a good idea when it comes to backups. I believe most companies use 5. Could be wrong. So they'll recopy all your data to 5 different servers, so that in the unlikely event that 4 of the servers go down, at least you've got that final backup. And the chances of 5 servers going down located at different points in the world are extremely rare, although it could happen if you know, Fallout happens, I guess. But hey, hopefully that's not going to happen. Anyway, let's get stuck into this tutorial. So once again, I find myself back on Instructables.com and of course following PJMOR. If you remember, he was the person's tutorial that we were following in the first trying to change the actual Charizard sprite. So hopefully this one's going to be a little bit easier since we've got most of the software and we're actually using the 1.0 version of Fire Red. So the way he does it is he just goes and changes the actual Pokemon. It looks like he's inverted the colors and then added in his own custom text. Okay, so this is the second series of the Instructables. Of course, we've seen the first one. This Instructable shows you how to change the logo. Like the first hackable I made, this applies to, okay. So this is the same for all versions of the GBA, I guess. Whichever one you're doing, Fire Red or Emblem, I believe. Okay, so first of all we got to do is get the palette. So to grab the palette of the title screen, I use Visual Boy Advance. Okay, so that's the one we've got, of course. In Visual Boy Advance, in the header, click. Okay, so let's go and launch Visual Boy Advance first. And there, click on Tools, then on Palette Viewer, and you should get a window similar to the one that he's got at the top. Okay, so let's get to the title screen. Yes, Mewtwo, you're brilliant. Okay, so let's go to here and Palette Viewer. Perfect. And there it is. And it's pretty much... I was hoping it would let me do that, but it's not going to let me do it. Okay, so let's just move you off to the side. And yeah, I'd say that's pretty much identical to this. Excellent. Okay, cool. If you're using leaf green, this will probably be different. So I think that's probably obvious because, you know, Charizard's of course using more oranges, or orange colors, should I say. So this could be slightly different, but I believe it should work. Haven't tested it. It seems like the standard is just to use Fire Red and then add accordingly. So, okay, so to grab the palette of the title screen, okay, I've already done that. You should see, okay, so depending on the program you're going to use, there are 2 options on what you're about to do. If you use Photoshop, just click on Save BG. And in the Save As text box, select .ac. Now I will be using Photoshop Ace as I am an affiliate with Adobe. Should you, oh for goodness sakes, should you wish to support the channel, you can by all means download Photoshop. The card to it is on your screen now. This is actually one of my affiliate links here. So if you do go and purchase Photoshop, then you will be supporting the channel at no extra cost to you. It is Adobe who incurs a little bit of the percentage cost for the first month, I believe it is, which would be a great help. But of course, you can also use GIMP, which stands for Graphic Image Manipulation Program. And I'll sort of show you how to use both. I do also have GIMP on here as well, so you can by all means use it. I will have links to the programs in the description as well, should you mess those up. Okay, so let's go and save this as title screen palette. Yeah, I can't remember if that's how you spell palette. Excellent. Yeah, it is double T. Okay, and we will save it in art, and we will call this. It's all part of the Mewtwo title screen, so we will save it in here, and yeah, we'll save it there. Sure, why not? Seems like a good idea. You know, it might actually be a good idea to maybe start version controlling all this stuff, but we'll leave it at the moment. And okay, so if you're going to use GIMP, just keep this window open. Okay, what I recommend. Okay, so I presume the reason why he's going to do it because Photoshop, you can just, yes, you import the saved palette into Photoshop, and with GIMP you have to use the single copy method, which is going to be a pain in the bottom ace. So if you don't want to pay for Photoshop, there's a free trial as well, and you can use GIMP. There we go. Okay, so the original Pokemon logo and version is located at 2009, and you use 2025. Just going to move these off to the side, yes, so that we can actually see his brilliant tutorial. Yeah, you use the 256 method in order to get it. Okay, so let's, what I want to do. Okay, so I want to close this probably. No, I believe you can, okay, I'm pretty sure that you can keep the ROM running while you edit the ROM. I could be 100% wrong in that ace, and we're certainly going to find out. So let's open UNLZ GBA. Again, all of the programs that I'm using here are going to hopefully be, I say hopefully, they are going to be available in the description. Okay, so let's go and open up the Pokemon ROM. Excellent. Let's go to 2009. Go to. Excellent, and it looks pretty much identical. And 256 color mode. Okay, there you go, perfect. That makes sense. And excellent. Okay, so that's perfect. Before anything, you need to get the original image of the Pokemon logo in the origin. To do so, you will need, okay, if you, yeah, we know that one. Open, once opened, load your ROM. Yes, type in, okay, so 2009 is the correct location. And of course, if you're, if you're using the 1.1 version, goodness knows where it is. I'm sure you can find it. It'll look pretty much identical. And just a heads up, is don't use the 1.1 version. Switch to the 1.0 version since it is the standard. And it's going to make all tutorials confusing, as it did with my title screen one. So okay, so you click on the plus button twice. Yes, black and white picture, which it isn't black and white, but I guess since this, it has been updated. Okay, look at this. Leaf green is 2010. Okay, so the Ian has the corresponding numbers for the actual titles. That's excellent. That really does help. Okay, so click next, click previous. Yes, okay, we understand. If, well, yeah, okay, cool. So, okay, so he's going to go with the GIMP method first. And, okay, so let's open up GIMP. GIMP is as simple as just downloading GIMP and installing it is, and then you get a chance to just go in and click it open. It's truly as simple as that. Just wait for it to load, and it should hopefully all work for you. I'll be doing all my editing in Photoshop base, but of course the editing process is exactly the same. Well, not exactly the same, of course you're using GIMP, but the thing that is different here is the palettes. So in GIMP, open up your image, then click on Windows in the header of the main window. In the drop down bars, select dockable dialogues, then color map. Okay, so Windows, dockable dialogues, color map. Perfect. Okay, and hopefully that's correct. Window will pop up with different shades of gray in the image. Oh, okay, of course. I'm an idiot. Okay, we need to save this. Save as, and we are going to save this as Pokemon title screen raw. I think it's extremely interesting to note here is that you can actually save all of these images beforehand too, which is really, really cool. I must admit that I'm extremely impressed by that. That probably would have saved us an awful lot of problems. You could probably have saved out the, I'm going to say Pokemon title screen text raw. Oops. And I'm also just going to differentiate slightly with the raw. But yeah, we could have used that, of course, to save out the Charizard and then just swapped it back in. That probably would have been a better idea, although the memory locations would have been messed up. So, don't know, not sure about that. Again, the workflow is okay, just not exactly where I want it to be. Okay, so then, so a window will pop up with different shades of gray, okay, in the image. Okay, so let's actually open this thing using GIMP. And to do that, I'm going to keep this one opened. Open new window, yes please. And I am going to go to here. And then it is as simple as dragging and dropping, dragging and dropping this into GIMP, and there it is. Excellent. So it would be black and white Ace if it wasn't the newer version of UNLZ, which gives us this nice sort of colored version, we'll say. And okay, so edit each one to match the, oh my goodness. Okay, so you've got to go through and edit each one of these to match each one of these. Wow, that is a pain. Wow. Okay, so let's do that now. Okay, so if I bring this off to the side, bring this out like so, and across like this, and surely this should be a current foreground color. Edit this color. Wow, yes, this is not good. Okay, yes please. Okay, and it is as simple as that. Go through for the 2, 5, 6 colors. Oh my goodness, yes. That is slow. That is bad. That is not good. I won't be doing this, yes, but as you can see, as I'm updating it, it is changing the colors. Wow, that is painful. My goodness, yes, that is painful. So yeah, we won't be doing that. We won't be using we won't be using GIMP, unfortunately, for this one, but it is the same, and you get to go through and change and edit that however way you want. I'm not going to do that. I am going to discard those changes, and I'm not going to look at GIMP for this one. So once this is done, you can edit your image. Yes, keep in mind that approximately the 2/3 are for the, okay, so the 2/3 are for the Pokemon logo. So this is the Pokemon logo, and then 1/3, okay. And the last third, of course, is for the version. You can delete the leftover piece of the version that's under the Pokemon logo in the image. It isn't needed. I wonder why it's there. I'm not sure exactly why it's there, but okay. Probably just maybe some other edit that they did. You can delete the, okay, it isn't needed. When you're finished editing your image, check the palette back, change the palette back to the shades of grey it had, and save it. Wow. So you've got to, not only do you have to set it up so that, oh my goodness, yes, that is tough. That really is kind of brutal. I wonder if there's a better way to do it. Hang on, okay. For all the people that are going to use GIMP, let's see if we can get use a little bit of a better system than that, because that's not good. I wonder if there's a way to save the palette along with the image and then swap in the image whenever you want to edit it. So let's try that now. So, okay, no, thank you. So let's do this now. I'm just going to use this on the desktop base, so we'll see how this goes. So file, save as, and we will save this as, okay, come on. So one thing about GIMP is that it does save very slowly, or it opens the save dialog slowly. I'm not sure what it's running in the background whenever it's doing that, but well, for whatever reason, it does take a while. And we will call this starter palette, maybe palette. Excellent. And we will save this to the desktop. Yes, please. Okay, cool. And now we're going to go through and just change these to whatever color we want. Just red, yes please, and orange, or green or whatever, sorry. And we will do some streaks across it. Why not? I don't know if actually that is a color that I'm using in the palette. Oh no, it is. Okay, so you can just get, okay. And then, whoop, okay. No, I don't want to do that. Control Z. So we'll file save as, and we will save this as final palette. Now, of course, this would have all of the colors, of course, yes, that were associated with the palette that we are going to use. No, sorry, the palette that Pokemon already had originally had. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And you can go on through and change these palettes. I think that's probably an important thing to also say, yes. Okay, so we'll call this final palette, and we will save this. Yes, please, save. Okay, cool. Now, what I'm thinking is that it's possible. Oh, please make it possible that whenever I import, oh, flip. Sure, we'll go for that. Yes. What I'm thinking is that whenever I export this as a PNG and import it into our starter palette, it's going to be, well, it's going to cry, and it'll change the original palette. What we wanted to do instead is adopt the palette that was originally being used, but we'll see how we get on. Okay, so final palette, yes please, export. Yes, please export just as a normal PNG. And what we're going to do now is go in and open up the starter palette. Excellent. For goodness sake, so many dialogues. Okay, and then we will import this one. Please work. And it has worked. Thank goodness for that, Ace. So there you go. Okay, that seems to be a much nicer system. So as you can see, we have adopted this new palette. Let's see if there's a good one we can change. Actually, I'll do it on this. So the red one was a perfect one to change. As you can see, it's adopted it. It's even got the streak in it. So that's perfect. And if we change this to red, presumably, excellent. Yes. Okay, so that's a far better system. Have a starter palette, the first file. Go in, resave it as some other sort of whatever final palette, if you want to call it that. Do all of your editing, updating the palette as you go, and then leave it at that. It's just then save it out as a PNG, import it back into your starter palette, and save it out as a PNG, put it back into your ROM, presumably. That works out better. I think that's a lot nicer. A workflow, still pain having to start off with this, but yeah, that's a real pain. Okay, fair enough. Let's go back to the tutorial. And let's look at the Photoshop method, which is going to be a heck of a lot nicer. So open, okay, so in Photoshop, click on OK. So let's go and open Photoshop. Okay, and whenever Photoshop is opened, then we can presumably go and drag in our Pokemon title screen text. And there we go, perfect. Okay, so now we want to go and save this as our Pokemon title screen text. Photoshop. That was perfect. And we'll save it as that, and perfect. Okay, cool. And now we want to, in the Photoshop, click on the image, then select mode, and click on top color. Okay, so image, mode, and color table. Excellent. Load in the color table. Oh, wow. Yeah. This is going to be very nice. So now we will just locate where it is saved. Click on the color table, click load, and there you go. How great is that, Ace? Okay, so let's, I suppose before I do any sort of editing to this, I will go through and just, I want to make sure that, oh, for goodness sakes, what's going on? Oh, that's because of the colors. Okay, fair enough. Image, mode, color table, load, and there it is again. Excellent, click OK, and there we go. Okay, so now I want to add in, I can't add in because it's locked, because we are dealing with, actually I'm not entirely sure why I'm not able to add in a new layer. I mean, it makes sense why I can't, because we're dealing with, yeah, because we're dealing with this, so because this is actually we're going to save it out as a PNG, it would make zero sense to allow layers. I'm not sure if you can have a palette for all layers as well. It also doesn't make sense because there's no alpha, maybe? Speculating here, yes, I'm not sure. Okay, so click on the, okay, yeah, what was we done? Now you can edit your image. Once you're done, open the palette again and click on the bottom right above it in the drop down menu. Okay, cool. Now I want to make it so that we can use layers with this. So I'm not 100% sure why I can't use layers with this, because it's a PSD file. Okay, so let's have a look. So let's go to File, Save As, Photoshop PSD. Should it be a raw file? No. And Complete Noob starts trying to learn how to use Photoshop. As you can tell, I'm more of a programmer than a graphic artist. In fact, I wouldn't even call myself a graphic artist at all. And I have no idea how one creates a layer, creates a layer on this type of file. I don't understand why I can't do it. Okay, so I've just finished looking at a tutorial on how to make it so that it is editable, or editable. And I will have a link to the video that I used in the description. It was very, very useful. And what it said was that you go to mode and go to RGB color. Now what I'm worried about is if I go to RGB color, it's no longer going to be using our palette, and that's not good. I don't want it to not do that. So I'm not sure whether if I create a layer like so and then go through and just edit it whatever which way I want, that it won't be, that it will still be using the actual color. Index color, flatten layers. Okay, so let's do that now then. So if I go in here and put on a big red, oops, just good, layers is so useful this, by the way. Flip. Layers are just so unbelievably useful this that it would be really nice to just use them. And yeah, essentially. And okay, so now I'm going to go to image mode, index color, flatten image, yes please. Palette exact, yes please. Black and white. And custom. Okay, cool. And then we go and load title screen. Click OK. Click OK. Okay, so I don't know how to do this one is. I am not 100% sure what the best way to do this is. Well, probably it would be, the better idea would be to, yes, have it so that you could do something, whoops. Have it so that you could do something like this. So yeah, probably the best thing to do would be to have it that you could do something like this, where you would have the layer. You would go through, do whatever sort of corrections you wanted to do with it, ensuring that you were using a different palette, different set of colors or whatever you wanted to do. And then you would flatten the layer, as I've just done, using image mode, go to index color, go to OK, and go to custom, the one we want to use, which is of course this one, and click OK, custom. So the one that we would want to possibly use would be along this lines. Okay, so we could go through and change this, maybe. Okay, no, okay. So yeah, so at the minute I'm just having a little play around and I haven't got a flipping clue what I'm doing. So it's probably a better idea is just to keep it the way it was, maybe. And then edit the colors accordingly. Swatches, maybe? Nope. Okay. Let's go back to the tutorial instead of me messing around. Okay, so now that you... Okay, so click on the load button. Okay, load. Yes, okay. Now you can edit your image. Once you're done, open the palette again and click the button right above the it. Okay. In the drop-down menu, select grayscale. So it looks like actually we may need to save this palette, which is, so we may need to actually save this palette is. Okay, anyway, let's go and get this done. Index color, custom, like so. Forced colors, go through here and we change this one to red, we'll say. Click OK, and it goes to a completely different set. What am I doing wrong? I'm an idiot. It's the forced part that's the problem. Okay, so hang on, let's try this again. Sorry about this. Yes. Okay, so let's go to this one again. Go to index color. Go to exact palette. Okay, custom. Click this one here and go to red. Okay, okay. No, still the problem. Options. Is it because I'm doing this? Diffusion amount? Preserve exact colors. That could be the problem. Custom. Click OK. No. Okay. Oh, sorry about this is. No idea. Image. Okay, let's go again. Index color. Exact. Yes, we do want the exact. Custom. Okay. Diffuse color. No, thank you. 100%. We want it to be the exact. Click OK, which is what it is. Okay, good. Mode. Color table, which is set to custom, of course it is. And we want to change this one to... Excellent. Okay, so that does work. Excellent. Okay, good. Let's Control Z that one. Excellent. Okay, let's try and do it again. Yes. Except this time let's try RGB. Yes, please. So we want RGB. We'll select this and we will add in some craziness. Yes, please. Image mode and index color. Yes, please. Flatten the layers. Custom. We want this one. Okay. We want to preserve the exact colors. Click OK. Good job. Then we go in mode, color table. Presumably it's one of these is this one. Ah, there it is. Okay, so that is the exact one. Is that a good working or way of working is? I honestly don't know. I can't tell you. Well, I suppose if you wanted to, you could go through and do something like this and select that color. Yes, please. This one, maybe? Nope. Oh, goodness. Nope, nope, nope. Go away. Presumably you can... Some way to use the color table, for goodness sakes. Why am I... Is it swatches? It feels like swatches. It feels like it should be swatches. It feels like I'm messing up, as usual. Because I wonder, I mean, surely you should be able to use RGB color. You should be able to use this color table. You should be able to edit it as whatever way you wanted to do, just selecting these different colors and then carrying on. So let's go and figure out how to do that. Okay, so I've finally figured out how to use a color table as a swatch. Actually fairly easy. Click on the little, I guess, lines beside your swatches window and click on either load swatches or replace swatches. Load swatches will load in our color table alongside the default swatch, which is not exactly what I want. So I'm going to go replace swatches, and then I'm going to go and select color table from here. And as you can see, we've already navigated to our Mewtwo tile screen, and it is the exact same one loaded in. And there we go. Excellent, yes. So now if I go to images, adjustments, and image mode and RGB color, it changes. We can go in and change our layer, I guess. And now I'm going to choose, I kind of want one that's very obvious. This blue would probably be a good one. So we'll use this. And now we'll go to image, mode, and index color. Click OK. And do, say custom is same. Yes, please. Click OK. And cool, exactly what we wanted to see, yes. So it'll still preserve the exact same color. And yeah, that's kind of exciting. And I kind of like that a lot. Okay, so let's go all the way back, and now let's save this. It's already going to be saved as the text anyway, so that's okay. And then now you can begin your editing. And I kind of don't want to necessarily do that because I want to do, I kind of want to do the editing off screen. I don't know, I'll see how we get on, but let's do this here first. So let's go in here. And let's save this one out and then go to images, mode, index color, flatten layers, go to OK. Oh, sugar. That was my fault. Okay, sorry, yes. That's just a habit. Okay, so let's do that one there. There we go. That's a bit more like it. Go to file, image, mode, and index color, flatten layers. Yes, please. Go OK. And the previous should all work. File, export as the PNG. It's probably just a quick export, but we'll just do export as here. And export all, yes please. And we want to call this Pokemon title screen text. Actually seems like a pretty darn good thing because then we've got the raw up there. So we'll go to save. And then don't forget, yes, to Control Z. Otherwise it will flatten on top of absolutely everything. So hopefully that'll work. And now we can just follow along with the final stages of the tutorial and get that going. Okay, so let's go to open up. Okay, so yeah, now we want to actually replace this one. So let's go to file, import. Yes, of course, import, and go back, art. Yes, please. This one here will do. Click. Oh, I completely forgot to change it to the default palette, which is fair enough. Okay, easily done. Yes. So let's go to image mode. Let's go to, I need to actually save out the actual palette. Okay, what a pain. Okay, let's try. I'm just trying to think what the best way, the quickest way that I can think of to do this is. And I think the quickest way to do this is probably just to drag this one in, not to this file. Excellent. That's exactly what I did not want to happen. File. Oh, we will close this. We will open this. Excellent. We will do images, adjustments, mode, color table, and we will save this one out. And we will call this title screen palette raw. Save. Click OK. I'm sure you probably could get this from the actual game, yes, but forget that. Who cares? And now, okay, so now if we go to image mode and we go to index color, click OK. Go to custom, load, and we want to load the raw. Okay, that's not right. Why is that doing that? I don't know. Right, so that's not good at all. Oh my goodness, yes. Why is it always so difficult? Okay, let's go to mode. Index color. Yes, please. Serve exact colors. Custom. Load. Title screen raw. Load. And this one should be right. Okay. Why is it not? It's because I'm doing a dither on it. I wonder if that actually has something to do with it. Hard to tell this. I haven't got a clue. Maybe if we zeroed it. Is that the thing? Oh, one's in it. Okay. Okay. Exact. Okay. Custom. Load. Raw. Load. Okay. And still having problems. Why is it doing that? Because you can't load exact. Why can't you load exact? It makes no sense. Yes, it makes no sense to me. I'm sure you'll all give me an incredibly good reason as to why this isn't working the way that I want it to work. Unless I'm being really stupid and messing up here. But I don't believe I am. Or could it be that whenever I initially loaded that, it loaded that in wrong with it? Flip me. Why is it never easy? Why is this stuff never easy? It is because I am a huge novice, I know, but my goodness, this is just so tough. Okay, so first of all, let's try and see if we can do it. We can convert from one table to another. Okay, so let's load the palette one. Okay, load. Okay, good. That one was okay. We were happy enough with that. Excellent. Now the problem must be that, so color table, let's load back in. Yes, raw please. Okay, no bother. So the problem is the conversion presumably to the conversion to the RGB color is. So that's converted to the RGB color. Image adjustments, mode. Bits. I don't understand this. Okay, so actually, hang on. Let me go back. Image adjustments. Mode. Yes, I wanted to go. Yeah, sorry. I wanted to convert it back to the raw. Okay. I wanted to image mode and then go to RGB. Excellent. Now I wanted to convert it back to index color. Palette previous. Okay. And then we go to image adjustments. Mode, color table, load. This one, load. And as you can see, it just dies. It just cannot deal with it. I find this so perplexing. Is it because there's repeating colors? Could be. Maybe that's the problem. It could be because there's like repeating colors. So Photoshop's going, I don't know what to do with this. I have no idea what's going on. Although I still find that really weird because surely the color swatch, like it should know. No? Am I being stupid? Maybe there's a better way to do this, yes, and I'm just being stupid. No doubt there's a better way to do this, and yes, I am being stupid. So let's go back to indexed. Layer images. I mean, I'm probably using Photoshop in this way, in a way that it's not really meant to be used at all. Okay, so that's perfect. But I mean, I find it completely logical to do this in my own head as a programmer, because I'm like, okay, I don't want to make any mistakes. Maybe as an artist, it's a different thing. Maybe you're like, oh, I'm okay with, maybe it's more of a free-flowing thing. I'm not sure. I don't know really what to make of that at all. CMYK, you're supposed to be using, okay, let's not do that. All right, let's go and have a little look online again. Okay, so after doing a little bit of digging online, it seems like there's no way to do that in Photoshop as is. I could be completely wrong, and I'm happy to be completely wrong, to be honest, if that is the case. But for whatever reason, I can't find a way to do it. So yeah, that's that essentially. What we're going to do then instead is just carry on with the tutorial as is, and then maybe next episode I might have a little look and see if there's some way to do it. I mean, ideally it would be great to use Photoshop for this, but yeah, I mean, it could potentially be that it could be that there's a better piece of software out there that is more suitable for this, that would actually do the index and stuff that we want it to do. So then in that sort of instance, you're like, well, why not just use that software instead of Photoshop? But I'm almost certain that there's a way to do it in Photoshop, or some sort of plugin that can do it. It just seems so obvious to me. Maybe I'm not understanding the problem that it's trying to solve. I get it. It's just, it seems to me that the way to do it would have like an in-between of index color and some other color mode that would keep track of the colors that you're changing, and then from there just meld them together whenever it comes to flattening the image. One thing online that I seen that was very interesting to me, I suppose, was that if, say for example, you had a color that had like a 50% opacity and it was going down to the color below it, then it would change that color completely. And then if it wasn't in the palette, then Photoshop wouldn't know what to do. I appreciate that argument. It's just that, well, sure, that is of course a valid argument, but it's like, well, why not just make it so that it would go in, or you could just pick, it would go, oh, well, this is a questionable color located here, go and change it. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding the problem, but it seems fairly obvious that that would be the way that you would do it. I don't know. Anyway, here we are. This is where we're at. So let's go and save this. Let's put the image and go into mode. I've just essentially just gone through and, well, just swapped out the color again. Yes, just add in the color again, click OK, and now we are okay, hopefully. And now we are good to export. Export as, and then just want to have just a standard PNG. Export, please. Yes, please. And we want to do it on this one. Save. Yes, please. And now we should be able to import this like so. And oh, for goodness sakes, still haven't quite got that one yet. Click open. Image is not indexed. Brilliant, but it is. I promise it is an indexed image. If we're getting the too big error, we're not getting the too big error, we're just getting the select grayscale. I wonder if we should select grayscale. Click OK and save the image. Image mode, index colored. Excellent. Color table, let's go to grayscale. Sure, why not? And click OK. At this point I haven't got a clue. It's just potluck at the minute. Export as. Oh, okay. So maybe it's because I'm doing this. Nearest neighbor. Is it because I'm saving it as a PNG? Embed pro. Oh, convert to. That's the problem. That's the issue. Okay, that makes sense. So file. Let's go to export as, and let's change the color space to the embed color profile. Don't convert to sRGB. Smaller file? No, I don't think so. Transparency? No, thank you. I don't think so. We will do nearest neighbor, I think. Again, it's just sort of winging and praying here at the minute. Export all, and yes, please, save. Pokemon title screen, yes, please, I want to override that. Okay, so let's hopefully see if we can make this work. Import, oh, for goodness sakes. Okay, open. Okay, so the file's not indexed. Import, let's see, let's just make sure that you can actually bring in one. Okay, so you definitely can. It's the problem is that it's not being correctly, we just haven't got the correct properties for it. So let's have a look at the details. Yes. Okay, attributes A, offline status. Am I just being an idiot and not quite noticing? No, it's, oh, bit depth, hang on. How much is the bit depth here? 8. Okay, so that's the problem. File, export as. So we need to have it as 8. Smaller file. Yes, please. Oh, you'll already have that for free. Okay, embed color profile. Export all. Again, it's just guessing. Just standard retro tutorial. Just hope. Hit and hope. Okay, let's go and. Yes, please. Yes, please. Open. Okay, cool. So now we've got it there. We write to the ROM. Click on load. Yes. Okay, so then insert the picture. Open up. Yes, please. Import. Write to ROM. Shouldn't be too big. It's not too big. Excellent, as you would expect. And the final result is this. I'm not sure why this would work, considering we don't have the correct palette for it. You see where I'm going with this is? The palette offset is surely going to be wrong. Like the actual palette. Okay, so what I think is going to happen is that it's going to be correct palette, right? So let's go to close. Yes, please. And let's load this up. So now I think this is going to be correct. No, Not even slightly correct. It's just so far off, it's unreal. The palette is completely messed up. Why? I don't understand why. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Make changes if you need and go from there. Use black and white. I don't know. I haven't got a blooming clue. Use black, sure. Use black and white. Why not? Why not? Hey. Should we use black and white? I don't know. Yeah. At this point, I haven't got a clue. Yes. So we're likely right to ROM. Okay, so it's too big. Oh, okay. Hang on. Previous. Next. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. So let's import this one again. I swear to goodness, yes, I haven't got a clue what the heck this thing does half the time. So next previous, and then it just completely changes it. Why? Why? I don't understand why it's changing that. What am I doing wrong? Yes. I tell you what, let's import the previous one. Yes, please. Right to ROM. Yes, please. How is that too big? You're lying to me, as usual. Okay, let's go and forget this nonsense and let's just revert to the backup that we had. Oh, it's good having a version control system in place here, is just for whenever things don't go right, and I get the feeling that they are more than likely not going to go right for us at pretty much every turn. Okay, so 7.7 kilobytes and 6.96 kilobytes, which makes sense. Okay, so the problem with it being too big makes sense because there's just more color to use, I guess. What do we want to do? Okay, so let's go and open up the our program. Yeah, the what do you call it? UNLZ Pokemon GBA thing, and we'll open file, yes please, and we will go back to Git, yes please, open this up. Okay, so 009, go to. Thank you. 256 color mode. Excellent. As we've seen before. Import. I want to import the one that we originally had. This one. Okay. Right to the ROM. Yes, please. It's too big. Why is it too big? That makes no sense. Save as. Okay. Yeah. Go to this one. Save. Yes, please. Right to ROM. Okay. And it's still too big. Makes no sense. Makes zero sense. Yes. Okay. So... my goodness. I just don't understand. Okay, so import again. Right, let's go to this one. Go to art. Go to this one again. Yes, please. Open. Okay, so right to ROM. Automatically fixed. Sure, why not? Export palette. Sure, go for it. Everything will work. Sure. Just don't quite understand this. Okay, so maybe that could have been it. I guess. Oh, why is this so difficult? Okay, let's try again. So let's launch the ROM. Oh. It's funny, yes. No. Sure, it didn't work. Oh, I don't know, yes. I have no idea why. I am so bad at this game. This game being Pokemon editing. I wonder if I use the black and white, will it work better? Sure, let's go for it. Use black and white. Right to ROM. Yes, please. Oh. Attention, exporting in 256 color. I wonder if that could be the problem. Right to ROM. Exporting. Oh, okay, so you're exporting. Could that be a problem? Could that be an issue? Are you meant to go back to 16 color mode? But there was 256 colors. Oh, I honestly have no ideas. I hate the way that it always seems like I'm just throwing stuff at a wall whenever I'm doing these, tutorials. Was that the reason? Okay, so maybe is that it? Is this it? Is this it? Import, sure, why not? Okay, let's go back again. Yes, go to the art. Yes, please. Go to this. Open up. Right to the ROM. Sure, go for it. And then let's load it up again and see it horribly break. Yep, absolute mess. Excellent. Yeah. Have a backup Ace is the best way that I can describe working with these tutorials. So another failed attempt, Ace, which is excellent. Okay, Ace, we're going to leave it there. This video has gone on long enough and I'm getting absolutely nowhere with it. So I'm going to go away. I am going to look possibly at a different tutorial. Certainly no disrespect to PJMOR. I'm certain it's something on my end. I'm messing up. I need to figure out where it is I'm going wrong. And in the next episode, I will have sorted this out. And maybe with these title screens, it needs to be one, get used to, or the first episode is just getting used to where everything is. And then the second episode, I actually make some progress with it. It is unbelievably difficult. Maybe it's me being stupid or something, but it's just, it just seems like constant barrier after barrier. It's like, oh, by the way, you can't do multiple layers with Photoshop, and then, oh yeah, well, you need to convert back to your palette, and then it's like, whoa, what am I doing wrong? But yeah, anyway, that's that. And so I'll see you in the next episode, and hopefully it will all be fixed by then. Yes. So yeah. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Yes, I hope you're enjoying this series, even with all these ridiculous mishaps. You can email me at retrotk2@gmail.com if you would like to suggest a video. Thank you so much for over 1,000 subs. Yes, it's such a massive achievement. Unfortunately, I've got a wee bit too much work on at the minute to do the milestone video. Thank you for watching this, and I'll see you in the next video.